their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
694.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to air one out. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A gain there of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
got a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
On first down, Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ronald Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. Second and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, a run with Lindsey.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Carr going to try and throw on third down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the third time in 4 NFL seasons.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Brian Burns gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. This is Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in this.
And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They'll try again with Jones. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Ronald Jones on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. That is incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
56. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 56. Yo. 56, the mic, boys. 56. You're mine. 56. It's going to be a long...
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Terrence Brooks with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield down. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Caught by Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails? Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are, almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
93.
Throwing again. Carr, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Carr completes it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Express.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Carr. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. It's complete to Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Carr now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Go Chiefs.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, exit.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Go.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Watch out.
They'll run with Lindsey, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
58's the mic. Hey, wahoo! Yeah. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Right in. 58, right over there.
Here's Carr. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. And they'll Terrence Brooks with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brian Burns in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. On second down, it's Jones. And he cuts it out right sideline. Some space here. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ronald Jones, an even 90 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Carl try it again on second down. And Diggs has it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. On first and 10, here's Carr. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
7:34. 56 is the
now Carr again. Left side caught by Diggs. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 45-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on second and 8. Carr, he's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. Carr now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Your mind.
Throwing on second down. Carr. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Zadarius Smith. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,